guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over my talents and glyphs for Resto Shamans in PvP. I want to do this because I know there's not a lot of shaman guides out there, and I want to help improve the shamans out there who want to start PvPing but don't really know where to start. So for the first tier, for level 15, Astral Swift you should not get. I understand it reduces damage for 6 seconds, but it really doesn't help in PvP. 40% for 6 seconds, you're still going to die if someone's attacking you that you need to reduce your damage. So I really don't like it, and it's a 2-minute cooldown. I just don't like it. But the other two, it is basically your opinion. If you would like to have another totem that would shield you, it shields you for about 35,000 damage, well mine does, for 10 seconds, and then an additional almost 12,000 every 5 seconds thereafter, and it's for 30 seconds. So basically for 20 more seconds, you'll be getting 44, almost like about 48,000 damage resisted. That's great. But it's a 1-minute cooldown, and it's 5,000 mana. If someone happens to destroy it, you're gonna die. Like, you could die before you could get another heal off or anything like that. It would protect you if no one notices it, but in higher ranked PvP like rated battlegrounds or arenas, you could get caught without it and be in some serious damage. For that reason, I go with Nature's Guardian. It's a passive, so no one can like dispel it off of you or destroy it or anything like that. What it does is it says whenever a damaging attack brings you below 30%, your maximum health will increase by 25% for 10 seconds. Now, the threat level doesn't matter because it's PvP. So basically what it's saying is if you go below 30% health, your maximum health will increase by 25%. So on average, if you're at 30% health, like equal, and it procs, that means you'll go back up to, it's about like 45-50%. So if your health is going up about 10-15% on average, depending on how big your maximum health will be, that will give you more survivability, which will make you be able to get another heal off without you worrying about dying, which will end up saving your life. And it can happen every 30 seconds, so that's even lower than the cooldown on the stone totem. That's why on the first tier I grabbed that one first. Okay, for the second one, there's 3 choices. Windwalk totem, it will grant you immunity to moving and pairing effects, so if you can proc it, like if you can place that totem down before you get blasted on, it's fine. But if you're already stunned, it will not help you. It won't help you get away with anything. So it's okay if you will have great advantages and can pop it before anything touches you. Frozen Power. It says your Frost Shock now roots the target and ice for 5 seconds. This one I may be switching to. It's a passive, so that means every time I Frost Shock, it will root the target for 5 seconds. I'm going to be switching to this one. I will probably be doing it before my next battleground. I personally like this one better, but the one I have currently is Earthgrab Totem, and what it does is if you place it, it'll pulse every 2 seconds. And when it pulses every 2 seconds, it causes roots to ensnare people around you. So let's say you're getting chased, you plop it down, and it's stunned for 2 seconds, you can get away. Let's say they get out of it though. Let's say the 2 seconds is done, they're still chasing you. What this totem also does is if they've already been rooted, their movement speed will be reduced by 50%. So either way, you can probably get out of it. It does replace your Earthbind totem, so you will not have that one. You'll just have this one instead. So either of these are good. I don't recommend this one, but if you want to be on the ball and be amazing, try to get that and work it out. Okay, the next totems the next tier is all about totems. So you have Call of Element, which immediately finishes the cooldown of all totems with a cooldown less than 3 minutes. So it would work for, if you look down here, it would work for your healing stream. It would not work for your healing tide though. See, it's a 3-minute cooldown, it would not work. And it would work for your Earth Grab, etc. So what you'd want to use for that one is you could Earth Grab, it could get destroyed, you could place another one. Or if you want to go for Stone Bulwark, you could get that one, and since that's a 1-minute cooldown, you'd be able to use it. Totem Totemic Restoration, I really don't like personally. It says when a totem is replaced or destroyed before its duration expires naturally, its cooldown is reduced in proportion to the lost duration up to 50% of the full cooldown. So basically this is for people who can't pay attention to their totem timers basically, and you get it goes on 50% reduced cooldown if you happen to, let's say, replace your healing tide totem when it's 3 seconds into the cooldown, whatever. I personally don't like it. It's to back up people who mess up a lot or get their totems destroyed. But if you have the one I have, which relocates your active totems to the specified location, so let's try this one out. So you see I have a healing stream totem down. I press this and I can move it over here, and now it's all the way clear over there and it's still healing me. So what this one does is I can pop down, like I'm gonna wait till it goes off cooldown again. Okay, I put my big healing tide totem. This is very obvious, but I can place it around the corner, and let's say over here, no one can see it. So it's very handy. I find this very handy. I use it all the time. I recommend this one 150%. Okay, the next tier, Elemental Mastery. It will give you 30% haste for 20 seconds with a 2-minute cooldown. This one would be amazing if you needed fast haste, but in PvP you really don't need fast haste. Like, in certain situations you would, but that one's more of an Ellie spec one. The one I have is the Swiftness one. It's a 1.5-minute cooldown, and what it does is your next nature spell with the base casting time less than 10 seconds becomes an instant cast. So I can pop it, and it would make, like, let's pop it, and it would make my, let's say, my Greater Healing Wave instant. As we just see, it just healed me for 51k. It would make that one instant. So it's an okay spell. I like it. It's the best one of the tier, so that's why I take it. This next one is when one of your spells causes dark damage or healing, it'll have a chance to duplicate itself. It's okay. I'll recommend it in certain situations. I do take that for Ellie. I would recommend it for certain situations for Resto, but personally I do not like it for PvP because I find that having an instant Greater Healing Wave or Hex is better than duplicating your spells. The next tier, Healing Tide Totem, Ancestral Guidance, and Conductivity. The Conductivity I do not recommend you getting. In 5.2, I'm probably going to switch to it. It's getting reworked. I'll go over that later in a later video. It's basically getting reworked, so I would not recommend you getting it yet. Ancestral Guidance. It says, when you deal direct damage or healing for the next 10 seconds, 40% of that amount is copied and healed up to 3 nearby injured party members. I would kind of recommend it to people in PvE aspects. I personally don't think it's necessary in PvP because there's not very many times where you would need, like, I don't find it necessary. If I have to heal multiple people, I don't want it to be only 40%. Like, I would rather, if I need to heal up a big group of people, I would rather take the one I have, which is Healing Tide Totem. And what Healing Tide Totem is it pulses every 2 seconds, and it heals the 5 most injured party members for 24k, and this is for 10 seconds every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds, I'm healing nearby party members for 25k. And there's actually more because I have more spell power than what's set in the tooltip. So I really, really like this one, and I definitely recommend it. But remember, if you're going to, like, do this, it's very obvious. So you do need to project it a little bit away. Just make sure, like, in this case, it's still reaching me. Just make sure it does reach you. Okay, the very last tier, your level 90 tier, there is Elemental Blast, which I do not recommend you taking. It is basically an elemental thing. It does a lot of damage, and it'll increase your critical strike, haste, or mastery, whichever one's the highest, by 3,500 for 8 seconds. If you have time to play a spell, like if you have a time to do an Elemental Blast in arenas between heals, good on you, take it. It'll increase your haste by a lot for a lot. It would help you in certain situations. I don't like it because I don't find the time to, I barely have the time to cast lightning bolts in PvP, so I don't have time to display this one either. The second one is Primal Elementalist, and what it does is your totems, your earth and fire elemental totems, this guy right here, he gets 50% more powerful, and it acts as your pet under your control and gains additional abilities. I have never really tried this one out. I really don't use my fire elemental all that much in PvP, so I don't know how. It may work. I may try it when I start arenas hardcore with my best friend, but I'm not sure if I'm going to yet. So I'll get back to you on that one, and if I do switch from this one, I'll tell you guys. This one is a passive ability, and if you look, there's 5 different weapons. That's our weapon element. That's our weapon things that we put on our side of weapons. For, of course, healing, you use Earth Living Weapon. And for Earth Living Weapon, it further increases the effectiveness of your next single target heal on the targeted ally by 50%. This triggers when you use Unleash Weapon. Unleash Weapon, it has different abilities. I believe this one, your next single target heal, gets increased by more, so this one increases it even furthermore. Personally, I like this one the best. I will be trying out this one and comparing it to see if I should go to this one to do a little bit more damage in arenas, but right now I'm using this one for when I'm solo queuing Battlegrounds. So those are all the talents I have. If you would like to give me any criticism, feedback on my talents, that'd be wonderful. And if you have anything that you have differently, please don't be rude about it. Just explain why, and I'll look at your reasoning and tell you my opinion back on it. Okay, for Resto, for minor glyphs, it will not matter. They're basically all optional. I have these 3. It really doesn't matter though. For major glyphs, I have Riptide, Healing Wave, and Tellurial Currents. I definitely recommend this one because it will get your mana back if you strike an enemy with Lightning Bolt. And I definitely recommend Riptide. It removes the cooldown, but it also reduces the additional direct healing, but that doesn't matter. Basically, it will have a hot, and you can place it on all 40 of your raid if they're all there. I like it a lot, and it helps out a lot. But Healing Wave, it heals you for 20%. I really like it because if you're healing someone else, you still get healed a little bit, so you're kind of protecting yourself also. There are also many different ones, like this one for instance, if you dispel, you heal that target for 4% of their maximum health. It's really optional. There's multiple different ways. I definitely recommend these 2 though. The third one's optional. There's like this one dispels one additional magic effect. I definitely recommend that one too. Or Hex, it reduces the cooldown of your Hex spell. Thank you guys for watching. I will read every comment if you guys want to post a comment. If you would like to post a video response, I will watch you guys, see what you guys are doing. We can talk, criticize each other. Give me feedback on what I should do next. I'm going to be doing a part 2 where I discuss gem and enchants, and I'll be doing a part 3 discussing the gear that I chose and why I chose it. I will be also posting videos showing you me doing PvP. Like, I will go into a battleground and I will be recording, and I will be showing you guys what you should do when. Like, here you guys should do wind shear so you guys can block this one, and etc, etc. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more. I will mainly be focusing on Restoration Shamans when I'm talking about World of Warcraft. So if you guys are Restoration Shaman, be sure to like so you guys can follow up more. Thanks, bye guys.